somebody who's played for both provinces, right, Munster and Leinster. Last Saturday was obviously the first time, this season we've seen both in action. Your initial view of the game last Saturday?
Just Munster were outstanding. I thought they were just really intent from the outset, and they wanted it. Leinster, unfortunately, initially started off okay, but Munster really dominated, especially in the new single-minded strategy that Anthony Foley seems to have brought, in terms of they're ruthless in the 22, picking and going, and just playing a really clever, simple game, direct. And the game, unfortunately, was lost from Leinster, I'd say, by 35 minutes.
When looking at both of them, critically, is there any victory in either of them this year?
I still think one of them will probably win the Pro 12.
Okay.
I still think, I don't know, Glasgow will push, but I still think one of the winners will be an Irish winner again.
Right.
Similar pattern to last year. They'll come strong. The big challenge is going to be the European Cup, whatever. The European Cup is a big problem. Whether we have enough depth to get out into the semi-finals is the big challenge.
And right now, if you're putting a bet on either of those, do you see any of them getting to the semi-final?
I'd see Leinster getting there. Still see Leinster getting there. I don't know. Actually, I'll say Munster. I can see them having enough to get to the semis too. That's just you see Keatley being mature like he was the weekend. I can see Munster just really buying into this new strategy, single-minded, old school, traditional game plan. I can see both Leinster and Munster still managing to get out of groups and do a massive game in a quarter to get to the semis. Yeah,
because Munster definitely have reverted back on the Foley to what brought them success in the early part of the century. But they don't have O'Gara. Keatley has progressed, but he's not O'Gara. They don't have Stringer. Conor Murray is a different, scrum half and very talented in a different way. But that was a special, pairing. That really was I thought the gel back then that kind of took them over, because they were good up front, they were solid in the back row, and they had this tremendous Stringer O'Gara partnership.
Exactly, but I think what Murray can kind of offset some of the lacking kicking qualities that Keatley might be lacking in terms of positional kicking, and Murray has got that maybe Stringer did. So the two of them together bring a little bit of a different dynamic, but they could eventually form something like what Stringer and O'Gara had in terms of a real clever game management strategy that could be enough to see them really build a game plan around.
And the final question on Leinster, they look rudderless tonight. It looks to me like the Mal O'Connor era is just struggling more and more. They've obviously lost O'Driscoll and Sexton. Sexton lost O'Driscoll this year. Who's going to step up and take either of those leadership positions? Leo Cullen's gone as well from that point of view. So they look rudderless. That was my view of night. You just look and say, who's going to grab this game by the scruff of the neck?
Yeah, there is definitely question marks, but the problem is they have responded when those questions have been asked them, and they have responded. All last season, in the end, they did eventually win the league. So it's still early days. I still think that the fact that Sexton's coming back next year, it'll probably give them another lift, but they will have to look at what was lacking in the first half an hour of the weekend.